It's fun for me at least. Hey guys, Brian Motes from Sulphur Springs Truck Patch here. In just about a minute, I'm going to be going through our essential go bag items list and talking to you for about 15 minutes of your time, if you're so gracious enough to spend it with us, talking about that list and then what we have in our items. I'll be going through a lot of them. It's fun for me at least. The thing I did not mention on it was that one of the things we're doing, one of the chief philosophies behind Sulphur Springs Truck Patch is that the community knows best, right? So I don't know best. I haven't been doing this for years and years and years. Not at all. Not even by any stretch. And so what we need is input. The whole purpose is to have people helping other people. So you're going to find on these videos lots of information that is just missing, or information that's not as helpful as it could be, or, God forbid, misinformation. I'm prone to it. Who knows what I'm going to say that's not right? It's not intentional, I promise that. But correct me. Please correct me. Correct everything I say that is misguided or whatever. So I'm not saying this because anybody's done this yet, or done it harshly, or done it rudely. I'm just saying, I'm inviting you, please, to come and say, hey, Brian, you forgot to say this, or it's not helpful when you say this, please, because somebody else will read that comment and be made better for it. We are a community. We are an online community, but we're also, many of you, an actual community. I'm probably talking mostly to Arkansans right now, but I know I'm not every single one of us. So we are a global and a national community. But so times are weird. Times are probably going to get weirder. Let's band together, share information daily, learn. Watch this video and have a great day. All right, everybody. Hello. I'm going to see if I can do this in one take today. This is day 4, which was actually yesterday, but I was busy. I caught up. My kids had some school stuff to do, and it was just not the good day to finish it up, and I'm okay with that. I don't have to be perfect. I'm going to be looking at both these things because I've got 2 different cameras going, one for one purpose, one for another. So if you think I'm looking at an audience, I'm not. I'm looking at 2 different things, 2 different cameras. So today is day 4, actually day 5, so we're going to try to do 2 today, of Go Bag Week. Thanks for being here with us. Check out the previous 3 days. We talked about lists, where we talked about this list, which we've created for y'all. It is an individual go bag checklist. This is a very thorough list if you are an individual, and I think it'll also be sufficient for families too, in most cases, or in many cases at least. But we are also making a family checklist and an organizational checklist too. So if you have an organization that you want to have a go bag checklist for, go for it. We'll have that available for you down soon. It is free, of course, but we do have a pay what you want feature as well that you can help us out with. We have a lot of wayward farm animals, and we're building, of course, our educational food forest over the years. Any dollar you can pitch towards that, or more, of course, is amazing. So these are going to be available. This one is already available online at truck-patch.com. Truck-patch.com. So today we're talking, though, about essential items to have in your bag or bags. I'm going to pilfer through mine a little bit to show you some of them. I'm not going to totally unpack them, but I am going to tell you a lot about them. Most of the stuff that I have in here is on this list, but a lot of the stuff I haven't even quite acquired yet. So it's just a slow process. Fortunately, we are still at a place environmentally, in our climate and stuff, where we can still think ahead. It's not cray yet, so we can be doing this slow, but the time to start is now. So let's start with we'll start here on essential bags, essential items in your bag. So this, if you watched our Tuesday video, I think it was, this bag is my water, hygiene, and some tools as well. Hygiene being like toilet paper, toothpaste, and toothbrushes, things like that. Keep them in here, as well as some tools like a hatchet and things like that. I keep I keep a roll of duct tape that's unused yet, brand new, so it's, you know, it hasn't spent a bunch of time in the shed and gotten brittle and gross, but this one hasn't even been unwrapped. I do have, you know, these are the Ozark Trail. These are the cheapest ones you can buy, as I don't, more than likely, you're not going to be spending, you know, the rest of your life depending on this tool. More than likely, you're going to just be spending a short amount of time, if all things go well, with these tools. So you don't necessarily feel like, you shouldn't feel like you have to spend high dollar or get some kind of like bespoke items. Just get what's going to work for a while. If you can buy a nicer equipment, or you really have a deep appreciation for finer hard tools like this, or like this but nicer, go for it. And if you can do it, but don't feel like you have to. There we go. Also a machete, just a simple knife with the sharpening stone, and there's oil in here as well to keep to do that, to sharpen that. There's bug repellent there, and this backpack, the back portion where we normally keep your laptop or whatever, has got water filtration. What I recommend doing is shutting up, but that's not going to happen. Is learn how to use this first. Keep it in its packaging if you want to, because it's convenient, kind of keeps it all together. But study it first before you need to learn it. Go ahead and take it out, read the directions, maybe even try it out, clean it, and put it back. Oh, there we go. Hey, that's not going to work. Well, that'll work. We'll stick with that, no big deal. There's a cat in the other camera, if you're watching from the other phone. But okay, so there's all kinds of stuff in here as well. Of course, like I said, toilet paper. I've got a charged battery. I'm gonna go get the cat out of the way. Hey, Smokey. Hey, buddy. So I've also got a charged phone charger. It's ready to go. Put you right there. In here, toothbrushes, toothpaste, more water filtration, toilet paper, emergency blankets. These are, again, what you can just get from Walmart. I think these were probably $5, maybe even a little less. And also some first aid supplies down here, a brush, whatnot like that, and a bunch of other little things down there. So, like I said on the previous video, I have a dedicated bag to certain categories like this. Like I said, hygiene, some small tools. I think there's probably a paracord in there, and water filtration. The next one I have over here is for communication and heat and fire for cooking. So I've got my walkie-talkies, which you saw last time, and I have them hooked on the outside because, again, the on and off button or the call button gets pushed really easily. These are just simple soft buttons on these. Again, once again, Ozark Trail, not the finest of the fine, but still it'll work in a pinch. I've got a compass / whistle / thermometer in here. Sets of silverware, just plastic silverware on a little ring. Enough for a small family. In there, let's see what else. I'll set that aside and pack it back up later. In the bigger compartment, let's see, there's a side compartment. What else have I got started in there? Oh yeah, so waterproof matches. Great thing to have. You want to start a fire. You want to be able to start the fire. If you can start it easily with matches, great. But also, it's great to have other things and also other skills that you can't pack in a bag, but you just keep up here for starting a fire. But sometimes you just need to get it done with a pair of matches, and they gotta be dry, right? So, what else? Our wind up and solar powered radio, thank you, and flashlight. Nowadays you can get them their flashlights and their radios and their such and such. I think this one even can charge a phone. But get this. Oh, it has the flashing light for SOS and whatnot too. Hook to your backpack if you need, so you can keep listening. I've got heat sources here. I've got more first aid stuff. Hand warmers. These were on sale at Walmart for $5 a piece as well. Normally I think they're closer to 10 or so. But hot hands, you can get these pretty much anywhere. You can get them at Atwood, or Tractor Supply, or again, Walmart. This is not an advertisement. And I have one propane tank at the very bottom. So again, I'm able to do several bags because I have, more than likely in the emergency situation, I have at least a few other people I can have carry these bags. At the very least, I can carry them all at one time for a while. So one thing I'm adding to my cooking bag is this edible wild plants of Arkansas, or wild edible plants of Arkansas. I have done myself the service of reading it all at this point, but also marking in the pages, marking each page of plants that I know I have on this property, that I've seen them, I've identified that they're truly here, and or they're nearby. But in my situation, I'm lucky enough to have a little bit of forested land, not a ton, but enough to have some wild growth in it that hasn't been really disturbed that much. So I went ahead and marked it. What I got: lots of berries, lots of roots, lots of leaves, lots of nuts, things like that, pawpaws. So there's plenty of nutrition right here, right behind me, that I can just refer to this and be like, okay, that's right, I need to get the smallest leaves only, don't get those big leaves, all the notes I need. And it even says at the bottom, I love the sustenance index. It'll say medium or high or low, meaning like, how much can this sustain your life. Some of them are purely medicinal and not very, don't offer a lot in terms of calories and whatnot. But so I'm adding that today. I'm really excited about it. In here, like I talked about in the blog post yesterday, or the day before yesterday, I have my documents. And if you read that, you'll see that I still not provided a fireproof or waterproof envelope for it. So this is not cool. We don't want this to last for much longer. I need to go ahead and get this. This has photocopies of my marriage certificate. It has photocopies of deeds, and stuff like that in there. And then so that's not ideal. Also, you keep passports and stuff like here, or copies of passports, whatever you feel like is prudent. So in here, there's some redundancy. I think that's important in case I don't get out the door with those. I do have some things that I would want to keep in there, or normally have in there thematically, like things to keep me warm or keep my family warm. So stuff like that in here, I just keep it in the bag. I could probably get a better pouch for it, but more emergency blankets, also bleed stop, help you with bleeding, more paracords or utility cords for setting up tents, for tying up food, for doing any number of things. They're endlessly helpful, tying things down. This is a cash bag. This is what I mentioned also in that most recent post. This is fireproof and waterproof, and it is from Clanudo. I believe that's how you pronounce it. And I'll tell you right now, it doesn't have anything in it. We're not a family with a lot of money. We've had to dig into this on the occasion. We have not yet restocked it. So I want to make a point of saying that because I think it's important for people to understand. Just keep doing this stuff anyway. And life is life. You got to keep on. Sometimes you got to dig into this little stash. I can feel it. There's not a single thing in there. So, but don't let it get you down. Just keep trying. Keep working on it. Make adjustments, and do whatever you can, because you won't regret it later, having done what you could. So it's better than not doing anything at all just because you don't think you can fulfill it or do it right. So called right? So a rain jacket. This is actually one of my old bicycling rain jackets. It makes me sweat like a pig, but it's really helpful for keeping the water off. I don't cycle much anymore here. It's not as safe as it was where I used to live, but I can still keep it. It's going to keep a lot of water off me or somebody else. A larger first aid pack, latex gloves. There's a change of clothes here for 2 people. I don't think I have enough room to do all the things I need to do, plus have a change of clothes for every single person in my family. So what I've done is get stuff that's as versatile as possible. T-shirts, sweatshirts, stuff that almost anybody in the family can wear. that at least fit on me or anybody smaller, because I'm the largest person in the family, so it'll at least fit on everybody and it's someone in the family. In an ideal world, we'd have everyone have a go bag, and each person would have their own change of clothes, and we'll be working on that at some point too. But what else? All right, at the bottom of this, I have in one of these laundry sock bags, and you put your sock or your underwear or something here to kind of keep it all, socks to keep them all together. But mostly we have in here first aid related things. Here's some more matches, more hot hand stuff, number of things, more water purification tablets, things like that, to get us through any short time, any little crisis. And I could keep digging, but I just keep going. So there's a lot more in here. I go to each, I want to tell you each one of them, but the best thing you could do is download this. If I've got it, it's because it's on this list. There are things, again, like I said, I don't yet have, and I'm working on that. So I think that's long enough. Let's see, what do I do now, guys? I'm still new to this, working on it. I'll just say bye and say thank you. Check out the list. I'll put this on, or it is already online on our website. Download it. It's for free. Pay what you want also is an option. Everything helps us. We're a business. We are not a nonprofit. That is a choice we made. We actually, the family, decided to go a business route on this. It is what it is. I'll cut that part out. Whatever. Doesn't matter. So, whatever. Stay tuned, guys. Follow us on Instagram, Threads, and Facebook. And share this. Share this, share this, share this. If you're on this camera and you're watching on YouTube, thanks for joining us. And if you're on this camera and you're watching a reel or something like that, thanks for joining us. It's probably too long for a reel now, so I'll shut up. Anyway, God bless. We love you. Bye.